Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Jamie, and today I wanted to talk to you about a new to me brand that just released on Beautylish. I think they're like coming to Beautylish. I got like a sneak peek. I was on some kind of exclusive list, I'm sure, where I could spend my money. And I got notified of them releasing like a set or two sets prior to them actually releasing the brand on their website. So this popped up, I think it was last week on their site, and they had a kit available for $75 for these Mob Beauty products. So I had heard about Mob Beauty just in passing, I think maybe from Trend Mood or somewhere, but it is like a clean, sustainably focused beauty brand. So clean products, great ingredients, all naturally sourced and biodegradable, and then also sustainable packaging. So that's what their brand is really focused on, like eco-friendly. I'll talk about that more in a minute, but they had this pack together where they were selling a bunch of eyeshadows and a cream, blush and a highlight, and then a lip product and a mascara, all for $75. If I purchased these individually, they would have been much more expensive. So I decided to try the kit as they were advertising it. And when I was looking into the brand, I was really interested because the founders of this brand are from really well-known brands. I mean, it seems like a lot of founders of brands kind of move their way around the industry, but these are like veterans in the industry. I know one of them was from MAC, a longtime chemist at MAC or something, moved over to Mob Beauty. And what they've really done here, like I said, was focus on sustainability, but they also have their own lab within their brand. So they're able to just test out their products exclusively and not have to, share a lab with other cosmetic brands. So I thought that was interesting for such a smaller brand. I don't really know too much about that space, so maybe everybody does that, but I hadn't heard about them being advertised that way before, so I was interested. And these products are pretty high-end price tag, and I'll go over that in more detail, but the eyeshadows run about $18 a piece, and then the face cosmetics, $25. They come in this package, like you can get refills, you can purchase those and snap them into this modular type of compact here. And everything is like really sustainable. So they want you to, reuse this type of product so that you're not buying new packaging every time and really putting out more waste in the world. So interesting stuff. This was really cool. I love this idea. I've always been a fan of like Z palettes and different things that I can get a bunch of makeup in, but I thought this was really cool. I don't even know, these might be magnetic as well. I don't think that they are. I was thinking maybe you could put this in a Z palette, but I really like this color story. It caught my attention and I decided, let's go for it. So I wanted to tell you all about what I've learned. So as I mentioned, these are very eco-friendly. So that's their main focus, and they're talc-free and they're cruelty-free brand. They're clean beauty. They just really focus on like long wearing, high pigmented, pro quality payoff type of formula that's non-drying and buttery pigments, all of that great stuff. So I will do a demo after I talk through the beginning of this portion of the products, and then I'm gonna put a demo and have them on my face. Spoiler alert, they're on my face right now, and so far I'm really impressed with this brand. So, but the price tag is pretty high. Let's talk about all that. Obviously, if they're not using a shared lab, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. So their formulas are a little bit, more expensive and different things. But so far they have really great ratings, and I think they're just gaining like popularity, So let me talk to you about what I have. They don't have an extensive color selection yet. They just haven't made it that far. So they have mattes and shimmer eyeshadows available on their website. I guess they're coming to Beautylish, so hopefully that'll help, especially with shipping and different things. But I've got these 4 colors right here. I have 3 mattes, which this is matte, 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 and then 1 metallic formula. And then I have a highlighter and a cream blush. And so let's go over these. I do have them swatched out, so I have them on my arm here. Let's talk through the colors. So the lightest color all the way over here is going to be M6 is the name of that. And they're all like just numbers. There's no names to these, they're just numbers. And it does actually say on the back of the packaging, you do get listed the shade names. So that's kind of cool. And you can obviously redesign this any way you want to. And they have a larger size. This palette itself is $10. And then the eyeshadows are $18. The highlighter and the blush are both $25. They have separate types of little containers that you can have, individual compacts, and those cost, it looks like $4 and for the eyeshadows, and then probably like $5 or so for the blush. But then, like I said, this big one was $10, and you can even buy a bigger one, I think for $20. That's like double the size. I'm not sure I'm really in love with them limiting the size and different things, but I guess it is what it is. So I really love the formulas though. So let's continue here. So like I said the first time, we've got M6 over here, and then this is like a rose gold shadow. Oh, let me see. What is M6 referred to? M6 is a matte peachy beige. That's the first one. Then we have M46, which is the shimmering rose gold, which is that one right there. So that's the shimmering color. I would not say it's like completely metallic. You can see it doesn't look as metallic as this is the highlight. That looks really metallic to me. This looks just kind of like a shimmer. But then we'll move down the line. We have M33, and M33 is a matte guava. That's this one right here. It's really pretty. And then the last eyeshadow that we have is M28, and M28 is a matte violet brown. So it's got some purple in there. Okay, so those are $18 a piece, and they are such a smooth formula. So I have a demo I'm gonna have after this introduction. You can continue to watch that. But they are really smooth, easy to blend on the eyes. They perform so well. They are buttery. They have no fallout, they say, and I didn't experience any fallout actually when I put them on. There was definitely powder kick-up on the brush when I tapped it off, but no fallout on the product. So that's really cool. Let's move over to the face products. They actually have a regular powder blush, and then they have cream blushes. I ended up with the cream blush that came with the kit, and the cream blush I have is M73, and that is a rose mauve. So that is that shade right there. I have it swatched right here. So that is the shade I have on my cheeks as well. I have some bronzer on underneath, but that is M73. And then, like I had mentioned, these cost $25 alone as a refill, or you can pay $30 to get them within a compact. And then I said there are highlighters. So there's regular blushes. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 regular cream blushes. And then when it comes to powder blushes, also 8. And then when it comes to highlighters, they have 4 highlighters, and they also have bronzers, which I'm really interested in because I love bronzers. And there's 4 bronzers, and these all are the same size, and they run the same price. So this one right here and this, $25. And so let me talk with you about the highlighter. 4 to choose from, and I have M49, which is a shimmering pink champagne shade right there, and I have swatched it right here. I actually use this as an eyeshadow, and I used it as my highlighter as well, so it's on there, but I used it as an eyeshadow, and it is really, really beautiful. I love it as an eyeshadow. I love it more than the rose gold one because I feel like it has more of an, you know, like a punch to it. So big fan of that so far. And just really, really beautiful color. Then there were 2 more products that came in the bunch, and it was a lip product. So I got this lipstick. It's a cream lipstick, and this actually comes in a refillable container as well. It's really creamy, so you can see I knocked some off. Just swiping it, swatching it, I got it to break, which stinks. But anyway, this is a cream formula. It's a refillable thing that snaps in there, by the way. This comes out, And this with the case is $27, but if you wanted to buy the lipstick on its own, it would just be $25. They have 19 shades of the cream formula of lipstick. Then they have just one shade of matte, which is red. That's interesting. And then they also have a lip balm, and they have 6 shades of the lip balm. So I have the cream lipstick. So I have mine in the shade M, which is a caramel pink. And that's what they're saying right here. I would say it's more caramel than it is pink. I don't really see too much pink in there. Actually, on my lips right now, I have a combination of this blush color and this mixed together. So I like to just combine them, and I feel like I can use them for both because they're cream products. So anyway, so this was $27 if you bought it with the container. So the last product is this mascara, and they sell this with the refill and the tube for $29, and just for the refill for $24. And I have the mascara on my eyes right now, and I love it. It's really good. This has been really good. It's clean makeup, and it's really good makeup. I'm very much impressed. So like I said, all together with all the packaging and all the products, this right here cost me $75. I think they do this. Okay, you can build your own palette, and you would do this, and you could build just this. You wouldn't get these, but this would be $95 if you bought it regularly on their website. So I guess I got a good deal on it. I was pretty excited about it, and I really like the product, and they knew that, and that's why they sucked me into it. But anyway, here are the swatches again. Super creamy, great formulas, and I'm gonna jump into the demo, and you'll see me put these on my face. So let's get started putting on the eyeshadow first. I have the palette right here, and as you can see, I have those 4 shadows, which I already swatched, I'm sure. I have not filmed the intro yet, but I'm assuming I will definitely be swatching these. I'm gonna start with the lightest shade, and actually, before I even do this, I'm gonna set my eyeshadow primer. So I have eyeshadow primer down right now, but I have not set that, and I like to do that because that way the powder won't, like, the eyeshadow won't just grip on and hold on. That is nice because it does like mean the performance will be long if the shadow is directly applied to the primer, but the bad thing there is that it often like doesn't blend as well. So you want to set the primer, you'll still get the longevity of the primer underneath the set shadows, but you definitely want to set it so it just blends out really nicely. So we're going into this one. There's barely any powder in this pan that comes off, but there's definitely powder that comes off on the brush. So I'm going to start with the lightest shade here and just start building that up a little bit above my crease, but not quite to my brow bone. So this is like an early transition shade. So just do that. This is just a light shade, so it doesn't show up too pigmented, but it does begin to add the depth and shadow that I'm looking for. So there we go. Can't even really tell, but I can. All right, we're gonna move in to the next color, which is the peachy or pinky color. So now we'll move into this shade right here. I'll have the names of the shades all listed below. I probably went over them in the intro, but... So I've been using this for a couple days now, so I know the pigmentation, it's nice. It definitely is there and it's buildable, but it's not like too crazy that you have to be too worried. You can slowly build it, and it is very, very easy to blend and very nice depth of shades. So you don't have to be intimidated when you first go in. So that built up really nice. Go, that's the second shade. So now I'll start to darken the outer corner, but I'm probably gonna go back into this after I put on the shadow on my lid as well. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this darkest color and start shading this outside corner. Very nice, easy to blend, pigmented, great color payoff. This is just, these are very much quality shadows. So far I've been playing with this palette for a couple days, and I'm sure I've said it in the review, but I am very excited to try more of these shadows. Okay, so that is done. Now I'm gonna take this rose gold shade on my finger. I'm gonna start building that and kind of towards like the outer corner. I don't want it to go all the way across my lid. I want the brighter shade to be in that part, and I'm using actually the highlighter as an eyeshadow for that portion. So I do go to like the middle of my eye because I will layer that highlighter over this. I just go up to my crease. And now that I have that, I'm wiping off my finger, and I'm gonna go into the highlight over here. And then I'm gonna go from the inner corner over to halfway across my eye with that. Very pigmented, very beautiful. I would say it's not like the most metallic. I mean, it has a nice metallic formula. It's smooth. It's not like chunky or extremely blinding. It's like the perfect type of metallic. And I'm gonna go, actually I'm gonna take that off my finger. Since I have like a blend of that into my middle of my eye, it's not as bright as I want it to be, but I'm going back in. I'm gonna brighten up this inner corner with the shade. It's a really pretty highlighting shade. It's not like super duper bright, but very beautiful. So that was it. This is really easy palette to use. I'm gonna take a little bit more of this shade right here and go into the crease just a little bit more. Really pretty. This is an awesome, incredible formula. So there we go. I'm gonna then use just a really small liner brush, and I am going to dip into this dark brown, and I'm just gonna use it to line my eyes. I mainly line the outside. I don't really go more than halfway in. I just don't like my eyes to be too dark. I find like going all the way in with eyeliner makes your eyes look smaller. I don't like that. I just try to keep it to the outside. Then I'm gonna go back and take that small little brush again, dip back into that dark brown, and just build it in the outer corner just a little bit more. These shadows blend so nicely. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go put on my concealer, and then I'll put on a little bit of bronzer, and I'll come back for the blush and the highlight and mascara and lip. Be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and now I actually put my mascara on too, and this is the mascara that comes from the brand. I think that this mascara is really nice. I'm pleasantly surprised. I do need to curl my lashes. I didn't curl them, but as for like volume, length, I think that this looks extremely beautiful. I haven't had any problems with it yet. I've worn it for a couple days, not too long, but long enough to know that it's a standout mascara. I'm really digging it. And then I did also put a little bit of the eyeshadow underneath my eyes. I just did this one and this one right under here. So I have my bronzer on as well as my concealer. So now we're gonna go in with the blush. And for the blush, I'm gonna use this little brush to apply it. This is the Putty bronzer brush from e.l.f. It's a new brush that I picked up and I really, really like them. It's just a little cream type of applicator. So just dip in there and we will just kind of stamp this on here. I think what I like about this brush is that it's so small and kind of easy to control where I want to put product. So this is pretty pigmented, but it does blend out really well. I have noticed that it's better to kind of stamp it on than to swipe it on. It will move around product underneath if you swipe it. So I have been stamping it, but it's really pretty. Can you see? It's a nice, I was originally like a little thrown off by the dark color. I mean, it looks a little slightly intimidating in there, but I think it looks really beautiful. I'll finish. It can be really pigmented, you can see there, but it does blend out really well. You just have to pick it up and continue moving it around. And like I said, it's better to press this on than to swipe it on. So kind of just pick it up a little bit. Probably better to go in with a lighter hand and build than to do what I just did and put a lot on in one place, but it really is pretty. Now I'm kind of like stuck with the fact I have to blend and swipe in order to get it moved around, but it's really, really pretty. So, I mean, all in all, I am digging several of these products. So there's no like luminosity, it's not sticky at all, anything like that. It's just a nice cream product that definitely does dry down, but looks really pretty. All right, so there is the blush. Now let's go in with the lip product. So I have that right here, and this was, oh man, I forgot what the shade name was because you do like snap this in. So I'm sure I said it in the intro, I'll have to show it on the screen. I don't have the shade name offhand because I think that is probably like a slight problem. It would be cool if it like said it on here. Just because this is a refillable, reusable packaging. But anyway, here is the lipstick. Let's put this on. It is this really pretty nude color. Very, really comfortable formula. Goes on, it's like moisturizing. It feels great on the lips. It's like slightly glossy, but not extremely glossy. It's just like a cream finish to it. And sorry, a little hair on my lip. It looks really pretty. I really like it. So one thing I want to do though really quickly is I want to try to take a little bit of this this blush and add it to the lip product and see how that wears. So see if I can darken it up. Yes, this is so my speed. Okay, that is like the perfect nude shade for me now. Oh my gosh, it's so good. That is so good. That's the color. That's the one I want. So this is perfect. I really like these products. I'm really into it. Okay, one last product I need to put on the highlighter. So let's do this. I'm gonna dip in with a little highlighter brush, tap it off a little bit, and now the highlighter, it's really pretty. Typically I would go for something a little bit more gold for my skin tone. I don't really love like these pinky shades because I feel like they pull a little bit like white on me. So it's not my ideal highlighting shade. The formula is okay. I do think it's a typical highlight, a powder highlight. So it does like accentuate some of my, you know, imperfections, texture on my skin that any cream or any powder highlight will accentuate. So I'm not really, it's not like my favorite highlighter of all time. I do love it as an eyeshadow. I think that's gonna be a perfect use for this color for me. But I wanted to finish this off so you guys could see. I am not one to do a little nose highlight, but I figured just for the sake of the video, I'd do it. Let me see what it feels like to put it on a little bit with my fingers. I mean, it's nice and creamy. I think you could probably kind of put it on with your fingers if you didn't want to use a brush. So, I mean, if I'm ranking the products, this is probably not my favorite product out of all of them. But like I said, it's a perfect eyeshadow, and I do feel like they might be lacking a little bit in the eyeshadow department for what I would like as like a lid color. So I'm really happy that I have this, and it just really wouldn't probably be my favorite highlight. But anyway, here it is, the full face of products. I love this lip formula. I love the shadows. I like the blush. I mean, overall, I love the mascara. I have no complaints. I'm going to buy more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. This seems to be like a really cool new product line I'm really excited about. So let me know if you have any questions, and let me know if you guys are interested in the brand as well. And I will see you guys again soon. Bye.